So plankton are the protozoans, and it is consists of basically arthropodan class Rotifera, Cladocera, and copepods. They are the minute microscopic organisms. It also includes the protozoans. Plankton feeds generally by the filtration, and filtration rate depends upon the size of the plankton, temperature, and the size of ingested particles. And various different type of plankton feeds in the different modes and different types. Basically, they are the filter feeders, and this is the general idea about and general things about the plankton. Now, the what is the limnological significance of the plankton? And Victor Hansen, 1887. Many times it is asked who gave the term plankton. The Victor Hansen, 1887, term given the plankton. It is the heterogeneous assemblage of minute organisms. Basic definition is the different type of organism, minute microscopic organism. So it is a heterogeneous assemblage of minute organisms. Finely divided non-living material also included in this. So micro living and the non-living finely divided organism which float with the mercy of water is all known as the plankton. So it includes living as well as non-living material. Freshwater plankton mainly consists of protozoans, protopods, two subclass, that is the crustacea, cladocerans, and the copepods. Welch in 1952 also given the definition that it is the organism of the small power of the locomotion and none at all which drift in the they drift, they all move with the water current, and they have the very little and the feeble movement and locomotive organ by which they float. Classification of the plankton: trophic status, phytoplankton. All the plants are including, that is the autotroph, volvox, chlorophylla, sarcoplankton, that is the bacteria and fungi, zooplankton. Most plankton are consist of this: protophora, rotifers, crustacean, tunicates, spider, and insects. Size: according to size, megaplankton, very large form, 5 millimeter, can be seen by the naked eye. Macroplankton, bigger size, and 1 to the 5 mm. It can be also seen by the without any help, that is the myriads and salpa. Mesoplankton and the net plankton. Plankton which are collected by the net is known as the net plankton. It is the 25 bolting silk. Mesh size is 0.03 to 0.4 millimeter. What is the 25? A number of holes in per square inch in the silk cloth, that is known as the number of the bolting silk. Microplankton, not secured by the plankton net, and very fine net is required. Mesh size is very small, that is the 0.04 millimeter, and it is the bolting silk, that is the 100 to 200 meshes per inch, that is a very large number. Nanoplankton, very small and very minute size, and can be seen only the high level magnification. Ultraplankton and 5 Cs 2000. Picoplankton. Pico is a very small size, 0.2 to 0.2 micron. Certain bacteria and the BGA, blue-green algae, and the phytoplankton is a virus, and the small bacteria cannot be seen by the simple aided microscope. High-level magnification are required. On the basis of habitat, limnoplankton, lake plankton are known as the limnoplankton, rheoplankton and potamoplankton, rheo running water plankton, and potamoplankton, pond plankton and lakes, and helioplankton, where the Pond plankton are known as the helioplankton. Helio and helio, they are two terms. Helio, that is the pond, and heliplankton, that is the saltwater plankton. Hypermeroplankton, that is the brackish water plankton. On the basis of the origin, autogenic plankton, where they originate and live in the same water body, that is known as autogenic plankton, and the allogenic plankton, by the water current and the drifting water and the springs and the rivers from one place to the another. They migrate from one place to another is known as the allogenetic. They originate somewhere else and found somewhere else is known as the allogenetic plant. On the basis of content, euplankton, they are the true plankton and the pseudoplankton. They intermingled in the plankton, but they are no plankton. They may be a debris, they may be a phytoplankton, and they may be another organism. Very important term, that is the cyclomorphosis and the predation. Cyclomorphosis is the form or the change in the shape for the prevent itself from the predation, अपने आप को बचाने के लिए डिफरेंट प्रीडेटरी ऑर्गेनिजम्स के इनके अंदर जो कार्पेसी होती है वो गोल हो जाती है, जिससे इसकी वाटर की विस्कोसिटी को और सर पे स्पाइन बढ़ जाता है डेफनिया के अंदर, डेफनिया मैग्ना के अंदर, जिससे ये आसानी से जल्दी तैर सकता है. और इस टर्म को दैट इज नोन एज द साइक्लोमॉर्फोसिस एंड इट इज द रिवर्सिबल टर्म एंड इट इज द against the stress condition or the adverse environmental conditions. So that is known as a cyclomorphosis. Basically, it is not clear that cyclomorphosis is for predation, but it assumed that cyclomorphosis is for the prevention of the predation, and body structure changes, and after the normal condition, it again goes to in normal condition. This is general about the cyclomorphosis. Seasonal change in the cyclomorphosis, though two animals, that is the Daphnia and Boswellia, shows the clear-cut cyclomorphosis condition. Daphnia in the summer commonly distinguished as an elongated trunk. On the head, uh, this this type of structure on the helmet occur in the Daphnia. Generally, it is in the this form, and in the cyclomorphosis, it will change into the this form. This is known as the cyclomorphosis, boswellia in the summer, and its size become the long in the boswellia. That is also known as the cyclomorphosis. Migration, different type of migrations are found, and feeding is there. And limnological role of the plankton, very important limnological role of plankton in the productivity, primary and secondary productivity. It is a very important fish food. All the fishes in the early stages eat the plankton, whether it is the herbivores and whether it is the carnivores. All the fish devour the plankton. If plankton is not present in the water, fish cannot thrive in the water. Bioindicators. What type of the planktons are present in the water? It is the bioindicator of the water body. So, by the seeing the quality and quantity of plankton, you can judge the it is the oligotrophic, mesotrophic, or hypertrophic. Oligotrophic water bodies contain this plankton, mesotrophic contain this plankton, and eutrophic contain this plankton, and eutrophic and hypereutrophic contain this type of the plankton. This is the red type. You can see here these are all plankton, and you can see the change in the water color, and the one species over dominate in the one place is known as the tide. So here is the due to the red tide, and it is due to the phytoplankton. Phytoplankton also changes the color of the one type of the plankton increase at the one place. Phytoplankton is known as the bloom, and if it is the zooplankton, that is known as the swarm. method of collection. There are the various methods of collection. Here you should be you should remember the details of the plankton net, and it will be used in the sporting as well as in theory. Examiner may ask about the plankton net. This is the method by which you can collect the different type of the here different type of the Keratella and this brachyonus and yeah, these are all brachyonus and cypres and these are Esplancha, yeah, Bosmania. Different type of the plankton are collected and photographed by me. So here you can see the Moina and here you can see the Daphnia and here Daphnia without the any changes in the head. It is round headed and this is the you can see the spine on the head. Here you can see the spine on the head. So this is the cyclomorphosis. When the favorable conditions are there, there is no cyclomorphosis. When the adverse conditions or the viscosity and the water concentration is more, you can see the here the you can see the beautiful collection of the eggs in the Daphnia, and here is it is the Moina, and several eggs are deposited in the different animals. So in Daphnia, there is a uh, difference in the Moina and Daphnia is the one is the head is a little bit is pointed and the no tail in the Moina, but in the Daphnia you can see the beautiful long sharp tail is present in all the Daphnia, but in Moina there is a no tail, only the notch is present. So this is the Bosmania and this is the Kydorus. Various slides of the Brachionus pulcatus, and various species of the Crassiflorus brachionus. Here you can see the beautiful eggs are present in the lower side of the